Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is my video unboxing of the Deck of Character. So the Deck of Character is a really unique, cute little deck, and I'll kind of read you the back. So it can basically be used as an oracle deck, but it's also a game. So it says the Deck of Character is a card game sparking beautiful conversation. It's a modern oracle, a system of whimsical symbols that will reveal truths and make you laugh. Wild woman, repairman, angsty teen, all these characters live inside of us. Are you ready to pick a card? So let's open this deck up. Now I have looked at this deck, so this isn't really a true unboxing in that sense. Now, this deck comes with some cards that kind of describe how to use these cards, has some ideas for questions to ask somewhere, art of the question, and it has some ideas on how to use these cards as a game, which I have yet to do. I took this deck camping with me, thinking that we'd play this as a game, and we didn't have rainy weather like I thought we'd have. We had beautiful weather, so we ended up not doing any card games. But I've used this deck quite a few times on my own, and I've had a lot of fun with it. So what I'm doing is I'm separating the deck into piles. So there's 3 categories in this deck. We have tools, we have characters, and we have places. Tools, characters, and places. So I'm gonna show you what these cards look like. So we'll start with places. I won't show you each card, but basically these are just simple black and white line drawings of archetypal images. And when I first saw them, I thought, oh, this is cute, but I had no idea actually how powerful these images are when you're doing a reading, and how just like a simple squiggly drawing of something can actually spark a lot of ideas and insights. Okay, so let's have a look at characters. Love Goddess. This is actually a great deck for people who aren't really familiar with oracle cards, because they're actually very simple to read. So let's have a look at some of the tools. Okay, so let's do a reading. So we're going to ask a question. Let's see, what question should we ask? Let's ask, what do we need? What will help us most right now? What's going to be most helpful for us right now? So we're going to draw a card for place. So a helpful place. What place will be most helpful to us? Hot springs. Oh my goodness. Okay, and what character is going to be most helpful to us? This could be a character in our lives, or it could be an aspect of ourselves that we need to channel. Okay, and we have elves. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look at tools. The tool that will be most helpful to us is gift. Okay. So I'm just going to move these out, and then I'm just going to readjust. Okay. Okay, so hot springs. This makes me think of soaking in a bath and the amazing effects of just lying in a hot bath with bath salt or something like that to kind of cleanse your energy and relax. This is what helps me get out of my head and into my body to relax. And so that is what is going to be most helpful for us over the next few days is to have some sort of place where you can go to get out of your head into your body and recharge. And for me, a body of water is the most helpful way to do this. So soaking in the tub, going swimming, going in the ocean. It doesn't have to be hot springs. It doesn't have to be a hot bath, but some kind of way to immerse yourself in water, even a long shower. There's something magical that happens when you're in the shower sometimes, where you get those shower ideas, where you have your best insights and creativity when you're in the shower. And then we've got elves. Now this one kind of stumps me. I'm not sure. It kind of goes with the Christmas theme of the gift, but I'm not really sure what elves, the character. It makes me think of Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. What do elves represent? Are they helpful characters? Are they characters that are sort of behind the scenes? I'm not sure. Let's draw another card. I'm not sure what this means, so I'm just going to kind of cheat. Draw another card and see what this one says. Dragon. Okay, so the other character that's going to be helpful for us is dragon. I think elves, actually, going back to this, I think elves can represent the people in our lives that may be kind of in the background that are really, really helpful that we don't even really appreciate or acknowledge half the time. Like the people that work in stores that help you get the things that you need to get, the people that stock the shelves, deliver items, things like that, the mail delivery man. I think that acknowledging those people is important. Okay, dragon. What does dragon mean? To me, the dragon represents a challenge. Because in myths, it's always about slaying the dragon. So I think that the dragon represents some kind of challenge or goal, something in your life to work towards or overcome. And I think that this is going to be helpful to have something like that, something that you're working towards or trying to overcome, gives you a sense of focus. And then the tool that's most helpful to us right now is gift. That's interesting. Is this a gift that we give to ourselves? Is this giving a gift to someone else? What do we have to give? What is our greatest gift to others? And you can think of kind of your primary relationships. What's the greatest gift you could give to your partner or your best friend or your mother? And what kind of a gift could you give yourself right now? I just did a bit of a impulse buy online, and I bought myself a totally pointless, useless thing that I really, really wanted. But I don't know if that's the kind of gift this gift is referring to. I think this is something more kind of high quality, more not necessarily a physical item, not necessarily a splurgy thing, but something more, something like giving yourself the gift of some free time to explore your creativity or something like that. Okay, let's do another reading because these cards are really fun. Okay, tools, characters. Oh, and I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. Places. Okay, so let's shuffle again. So let's ask a different question. What do you need to focus on this week? The place to focus on is the mountains. Character to focus on. It's a wild woman. Ooh, I love it. And tool to focus on is blood. Ooh, all right. Intense. Okay. Wow. All right. Mountains, wild woman, and blood. And I love how you can just draw these simple cards, and there's nothing overwhelming about these cards, right? You're not going to get overwhelmed by detail or, what does this card mean? And you can just kind of mix them together. So just looking at how these three go together: mountains, wild woman, and blood. So mountains, this is the place to focus on. To me, the mountains represent kind of getting away from it all. Yeah, there's a certain energy when you're in the mountains. And I think they represent kind of getting away from society and kind of spending time on your own. It reminds me of like the hermit going off into the mountains. So maybe spending some alone time this week is something you need to do. And then the character to focus on is the wild woman. There is a wild woman within each of us. There's a wild woman in every man and every woman. What does this represent? To me, the wild woman represents the part of myself that is, well, obviously wild. The part of me that is more my intuition, my instincts, my, instinctual nature, my desires, sort of me outside of, again, kind of apart from society, because we have sort of the domesticated version of ourselves. The wild woman is like the undomesticated, feminine version of ourselves. So focusing on that. So to me, the wild woman, I associate her with intuition, with sexuality, with free expression, creativity, just kind of letting loose. Right here, it looks like she's dancing and she's just like moving her body and letting the energy take her where she needs to go. And then blood. Just because it's next to the wild woman, I think menstrual blood. That's like the first thing that pops into my head. But blood is powerful. It has our DNA in it. What does blood represent? Blood represents life. Blood is what keeps us alive. It's like the life force. It's very, very powerful. It's something to focus on. How do we focus on blood? What does that mean? Yeah, what else does blood symbolize? To me, it symbolizes being alive, which is what the wild woman is all about. And I love how these three cards connect. We have the mountains, which is about kind of getting away from society, spending time on your own. Wild woman, getting in touch with our wild nature. And blood is about really cultivating activities and activities and practices that help us feel alive, that really bring that life force energy to the forefront of our lives. So that's what I'm getting from these cards. You, of course, may get totally, completely different things, and that's okay. That's kind of the whole point of this. So a really, really fun deck to play around with. And I'll put the link in the description box below my video if you're interested in finding out more about this deck, or if you're interested in purchasing. It's called the Deck of Character. Let me just see if there's a website on this. No, there isn't. So I'll put all that information in the description box below this video. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun. And you can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com, for more unboxing videos, tarot exercises, and so much more.